Hello, my name is Kelly McCown. I'm the teacher, author, and owner of Teaching Math and More LLC. Today on the Teaching Math and More channel, we are talking about what's math co-teaching and what it really looks like in the classroom. The purpose of this video is to help you, the math teacher, do less work and share the responsibilities with a co-teacher. Co-teaching is defined as two teachers working together in a shared physical classroom to plan, organize, teach, and assess students. The two teachers are the main teacher and the cooperating teacher. It's a wonderful tool for students to have in the classroom. Students benefit greatly from having not one, but two wonderful math teachers. Co-teaching doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. Let's look at the responsibilities of both teachers in the classroom. The co-teacher. A cooperating math teacher is the support teacher in the classroom. They help students and extend support when the main teacher is busy or otherwise engaged teaching and assisting other students. Duties can be shared with a cooperating teacher, such as planning, organizing, teaching, and assessing students. The co-teacher provides extra support and assistance for students, particularly students with individualized educational plans that need special assistance. The co-teacher walks around the classroom and monitors students to aid in instruction and practice of math skills. Now, let's look at the responsibilities of the main teacher. The main math teacher is the primary teacher in the classroom. They traditionally do all of the roles a single classroom teacher would do, except they have the support of a co-teacher that can share those responsibilities. Duties can be shared with a cooperating teacher, such as planning, organizing, teaching, and assessing students. The main teacher will still provide support and assistance for all students. The co-teacher adds more value to the main teacher by taking things off the main teacher's plate. This increases both of the teachers' work happiness and value to students. Now, let's look at the duties that are shared. Duties shared or split amongst teachers. Duties can be shared with the cooperating teacher and main teacher, such as planning, organizing, teaching, and assessing students. Duties can also be split with the co-teacher and main teacher. Here's an example of splitting the duties. The co-teacher organizes and assesses while the main teacher plans and teaches lessons only. This is only an example. You'll need to discuss duties with your co-teacher to make sure it works out smoothly for both of you. You will have different strengths and weaknesses that you bring to the table and will have to figure out what works best for both of you. Now, let's look at the benefits. Benefits of co-teaching. Here's a study of note. The St. Cloud State University trained approximately 900 classroom teachers for co-teaching with another teacher. These are the results of a 5-year study. Students had higher proficiency when they had two teachers in the classroom in both years, 2004 to 2005 and 2007 to 2008. One of the biggest benefits that came out of this study was increased student performance. Let's look at the other benefits of co-teaching. Benefits of co-teaching. Overall, researchers found that co-teaching helps to reduce student-teacher ratio and enhance classroom management, create more instructional options for all students and increase student participation and student engagement. Higher gains were present for free reduced lunch children and special education eligible children, and the general population overall. So every student benefited from co-teaching. What did the students think about co-teaching? Students who have a main teacher and co-teacher also like the benefits. Here's what students notice when there's two teachers in the classroom to help them learn. They're more engaged in smaller groups. They like to receive more individualized attention from one teacher. They get questions answered faster. They get papers, assignments, and grades back faster. Students behave better. There are fewer classroom disruptions. These are all positive additions to the classroom and support all students. Now let's look at 5 tips for making co-teaching easier for you. Here are 5 co-teaching tips. When you're going through the process of co-teaching, for the first time you may have some questions about how it will run more smoothly. Here are the tips that have helped. Number 1, establish trust. Both teachers in a co-teaching relationship need to be able to trust each other. Even if they have different teaching philosophies or backgrounds, it helps for co-teachers to have a relationship outside of the classroom so there is a strong foundation to build on. Get to know each other's strengths so you can lean on each other and make the most of your partnership. At the end of the day, it's important to remember that both teachers are there to support the students. Number 2, start strong. Present yourselves to the students and parents as equals from the moment you're given the class list. Create a united front by saying we instead of I and putting together both teachers' names on the class materials. Number 3, use a co-teaching model that works. There are several co-teaching models for planning and delivering instruction. Use the one that's best for you and your co-teacher. We will be talking more about this in video 2 of the series, What's Math Co-Teaching? Number 4, communicate. Communication is crucial to success in a co-teaching relationship. Expect to meet with your co-teacher for at least 1 hour per week to make sure you are on the same page about curriculum and student progress. The more communication you have with your co-teacher, the better. Number 5, be flexible. When you have another person in the classroom teaching with you, it's important to be flexible. Your co-teacher may have a different style or philosophy. Do your best to compromise and roll with the punches. Pay attention to what the student needs and adjust as you go along. There is a solution to the problem of how to co-teach. Try teaching with a co-teacher that understands how to assist you in the classroom. You can plan for increased student learning gains and performance when you use these co-teaching tips to be more successful in the classroom. Grab the Guide to Math Co-Teaching notes for this series today. It's a 5-part series on how to co-teach math lessons in the classroom. Each quick 6-minute video will give you tips, strategies, and resources to develop a co-teaching plan for your classroom. Learn how to use flipped classroom techniques, math video lessons, and more. Included in the notes are on-demand video notes, the Math Mastery poster, foldable notes for ratios, and more. Get clear on how to help your students with best practices for math co-teaching. For more information about the Math Co-Teaching video series, be sure to check out the description of this video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you next week for part 2 of the Math Co-Teaching series.